50 Radiohead fun facts. 1. Named after the Talking Heads song Radiohead in 1986. The song is about fragmented information and emotional disconnection, which align perfectly with Radiohead's future themes. 2. Tom York's voice crack on Run and Creep was accidental. His voice genuinely broke during that take, and they'd kept it because it felt painfully real. 3. Johnny Greenwood joined at age 14 on harmonica. He was still a student when he joined what would become one of the most influential bands ever. 4. The OK Computer title was inspired by textile dialogue. Tom York liked how the phrase sounded comforting and dystopian at the same time. 5. Parts of OK Computer were recorded in a mansion. St. Catherine's Court's natural echo and isolation shaped the album's eerie atmosphere. 6. Original band name was On a Friday, named after the only day they were allowed to rehearse at school. 7. All the members met at school, a private boys' school in Oxfordshire that unexpectedly produced Radiohead. 8. Creep was banned by BBC Radio 1. DJs thought it was too depressing and self-indulgent. 9. They stopped playing Creep live for years. The band resented being defined by a song they felt misrepresented them. 10. Kid A has no official singles. Radiohead intentionally avoided radio-friendly releases. 11. Kid A debuted at number 1 in the US, despite zero promotion and a radical sound shift. 12. The title Kid A has no literal meaning. It was chosen for how it felt, not what it said. 13. Tom York studied fine art. Visual art heavily influences his songwriting and concepts. 14. Johnny Greenwood also composes film scores. His orchestral work is critically respected outside of the band. 15. Johnny scored There Will Be Blood. The score was so unconventional it reshaped modern film scoring. 16. In Rainbows was released as a pay-what-you-want. Fans could download it for free or name their own price. 17. Many fans paid $0 for In Rainbows. The band knowingly allowed this to challenge industry norms. 18. Radiohead self-released In Rainbows. They bypassed traditional labels entirely. 19. Paranoid Android references The Hitchhiker's Guide. The title nods to Marvin the Depressed Robot. 20. Paranoid Android has 4 movements, more like a single suite than a typical song. 21. Everything in its right place uses heavy synth manipulation. Tom's vocals were digitally chopped and reassigned to keys. 22. Tom York uses a rare early electronic instrument known for ghostly tones. 23. Johnny Greenwood is classically trained. His composition borrows from 20th century classical music. 24. Radiohead rarely gives traditional interviews. They dislike simplifying their work into sound bites. 25. Amnesia came from Kid A sessions. The albums were recorded simultaneously, but released separately. 26. Amnesiac artwork references war propaganda influenced by Cold War-era imagery and fear messaging. 27. Stanley Donwood creates most of Radiohead's artwork. He's been their visual collaborator for decades. 28. Stanley Donwood met Tom York in college. Their friendship predates Radiohead's success. 29. Hail to the Thief was recorded quickly on purpose to capture raw energy rather than perfection. 30. Hail to the Thief reflects Bush-era politics. Themes of surveillance, fear, and manipulation dominate the album. 31. There was built around live percussion. Multiple drummers created a tribal hypnotic rhythm. 32. Radiohead often avoids eye contact on stage. Tom performs inwardly, almost detached from the crowd. 33. Tom York dislikes being called a rock artist. He feels the label limits artistic perception. 34. The bends refers to decompression sickness, a metaphor for emotional and physical pressure. 35. The bends cover features a CPR dummy, symbolizing artificial life and panic. 36. Street Spirit nearly broke the band emotionally. The song was so dark it drained them creatively. 37. Radiohead now rarely releases music videos. They prefer letting the music exist without visuals. 38. A moon-shaped pool heavily uses strings. Many arrangements were written years earlier. 39. A moon-shaped pool was released digitally at first, continuing their unconventional release strategies. 40. Radiohead left EMI after Hail the Thief. They wanted full creative and financial control. 41. They changed how artists released albums, especially in the digital era. 42. Ed specializes in ambient guitar textures. His soundscapes fill spaces rather than dominate. 43. Colin Greenwood is Johnny's older brother. He joined the band first and later brought Johnny in. 44. Colin's bass lines are often melodic. He treats bass as a lead instrument. 45. Radiohead avoids traditional song structures. Many songs lack clear choruses and resolutions. 46. Tom York has severe stage anxiety. Performance is emotionally taxing on him. 47. Songs are consistently rearranged live. No performance is meant to be definitive. 48. Radio has never officially broken up. They exist in a state of open-ended continuation. 49. Members pursue extensive solo projects, including The Smile, Tom York's solo work, and film scores. 50. Radiohead is widely considered one of the most influential bands ever. Their impact spans rock, electronic, experimental, and pop music.